Top 3 mistakes new bow hunters make, including myself at one time. Number 1, overpressuring. Some people think the more time I spend in the stand, the better my odds of killing a giant, right? Well, no, not necessarily. Do your homework, play your cards right, wait until that buck is moving in daylight, and just strike when the time is right. Don't rely on luck. Find the peak rut days in your area. Hunt those days smart accordingly. Do not overpressure. You need a food plot that is not overpressured, a sanctuary food plot. I always say you can have the best food plots in the world, but if you overpressure them, they're not going to do you any good. You're going to have all kinds of nighttime pictures of these great big bucks, deer, at nighttime hitting your food plots. Cool, it's great. Yeah, I can show my buddies. Great, I got these huge bucks. Look at this. But you only get nighttime pictures of them. You never get them in the daytime. Why? Because they're spending the time up the road where they're not pressured. They don't see a guy getting down from a stand every evening hunting his food plot. That's why you're not seeing them in the daytime. These are all mistakes I've made in the past and learned from and been pretty successful since. So, easy way to create more deer, an unpressured food source. Number 2, access and exit. Let's not forget exit. Everyone talks about access. You have to access your stand without the deer knowing you're there, and you have to exit your stand without the deer knowing you're there. This is something I used to screw up all the time. I would wait until the last possible, even when I couldn't shoot my bow anymore, and I'd get down from the stand. And I'd be getting down from my stand, and I'd look over, and here comes a buck out in the field, even though it's too dark to shoot him. Don't even bother staying up there that late. Get down 5 minutes before shooting light's over. If you know you're going to bump deer, the worst thing you can do is bump deer, because you bump that big buck. Smaller bucks, does, they'll put up with it. But you bump a big buck, he sees you get down from your stand. Guess what? He's going up the road where he feels safe. So access and exit, huge factors. I'd say one of the biggest mistakes you can make as a new bow hunter is blowing out deer. Only thinking of your one-day hunt, not thinking of the next couple days hunt. Getting into the stand, blowing out deer, and getting out of the stand, blowing out deer. This can cost you, especially if it's a mature deer. He might take it once, maybe, if you're lucky, but he's not going to take it twice if he sees you out there. He's going to be gone. I used to make this mistake, getting into my stand, getting out of my stand. The biggest trick I learned, what I always do when I walk to the stand now, and it's helped me tremendously, because I was hunting a small property on 10 acres. When you're walking to your stand, you pretend that deer is within 50 to 100 yards of you in the woods, in the cover, when you're walking out. Pretend he's there, because he could be bedded right there. And, you know, heel to toe walking, super quiet. If you got to do that, great. And make sure your stands are secure. Put some tape around any loose rattles. The clips that go through I wrap in black tape. And don't be in a hurry to get up your stand. I'm guilty of that. My first couple years hunting, I'd be off to the races, climbing up that stand like a jungle gym, getting up there, cling, cling, cling. Well, you know, this deer got big sonars on the side of their head. You guys have seen it, I've seen it. They can hear take the safety off a gun, you know, 100, 200 yards away. It's amazing what they can hear. So pretend that target deer is within 50 to 100 yards of you every time you walk out to your stand. That'll help out big time. Number 3, I would say, is scent control and stand placement, and they go hand in hand. First starting out, I can relate to this. You get a picture of a big buck on your property. Well, I got to put a stand right by that trail camera. That's where that big buck is. Not thinking about wind direction for that day. Not thinking about what main trails you got to cross to get to that stand that day. It's all great if you can go out there and kill that buck the first day you hunt. You can guarantee he's coming out and you're going to kill him. Well, you can get as intrusive as you want. Walk over the main trails. Have a stand right on top of the food plot if you're going to kill him that day. But guess what? If you don't kill him that day, which 9 times out of 10 is the case, he's going to smell you. He's going to smell your ground scent. He's going to smell your scent blowing into the bedding area you're hunting by. You got to make sure, you always got to think of next day's hunt. Don't just think of your hunt, the rut. It's a good stretch. Pre-rut, rut, post-rut, second rut. It's a good stretch of time. Everyone's in such a hurry. Just thinking about today. Gotta go kill that big buck today. I'm going right in that bedding area. I'm going right in the middle of that food plot. I'm gonna kill him today. Usually it works out sometimes, but a lot of times it doesn't work out. And then guess what? That big deer will come in that night. He'll smell you, and he won't be back to the area. I've been there, done that. Found out the hard way. Huge mistake new hunters make. So don't put yourself in that situation. Another huge mistake I think new bow hunters make is scent. Well, I got the scent lock, and I took a shower and body spray, and sprayed half a bottle on my boots coming in, so I'm good. I can walk right out there. No one's gonna smell me. Well, I'm here to tell you, they've done studies. I've seen it. I use scent lock. I spray down my boots. It helps. It definitely helps. But will it make you scent proof of a mature deer? I'm saying no, just from what I've witnessed and experienced in my years bow hunting. It all helps, but you are not scent free. You always have to play the wind. If the wind is not right that day for a stand, it's blowing into the bedding area where that giant buck is, do not hunt it. I killed a giant 2 years ago, 170-inch deer, and he was bedding about 8 acres of overgrown pasture. I did not hunt that area as much as I wanted to. I'd have daylight pics of them. Wanted to go in there, get after them. I had to stay disciplined, and it led to me harvesting that deer. I went in when the time was right and the wind was right, and I put an arrow through him. So I got 2 10-acre parcels I'm hunting. One little mistake will cost you your target buck for the year. If you got a couple 100 acres, you can make a lot more mistakes. You're probably still not going to kill the deer. You might get lucky once in a while. They'll still be on your land, but on smaller parcels, everything's magnified. You got to be extra careful not to spook those bucks.